What is going on, guys? Welcome back. New update in NBA SuperCard is live, and we do have a new game mode, obviously confirmed from the tweet and from the update. If you have logged in, Road Trip, we are going to go over all of the things that it says in the help center. They really didn't give much information on their Twitter as far as patch notes or update notes or whatever like that, so I'm not sure what else has changed. We will be looking through a couple things just to see. I did notice one other thing that was like a quality of life type of improvement. But yeah, the only thing that it said was on their Twitter, it said advance from one arena to the next by completing or competing in a leaderboard-based solo game mode Road Trip. Now, if you do play WWE, we have a couple game modes over there that are leaderboard based, and Clash of Champions, we have Last Man Standing. One of those I do like, one of those I don't like, and if this is very similar to that, we're going to talk about that if you don't play WWE, just to kind of give you an idea of what you're going for, or what you're, I guess, can look forward to if it doesn't say, obviously, on this help center. So we're going to check that out. Y'all are going to have to let me know, what do you think about this? And if you did notice any other changes that I did not mention in today's video, please post them in the comments. Maybe we'll get some, I don't know, patch notes later on or something like that. But here we go. Road Trip is a leaderboard-based solo event that takes you from one arena to another arena, all across the country. Now, when they say arenas, it definitely reminds me of Last Man Standing, and in a way that is kind of okay, because I do enjoy Last Man Standing in WWE. I do not like Clash of Champions. Clash of Champions is much harder. But either way, we'll talk about the arena and what that actually means and how it compares, I guess, to WWE. I can only give you my prediction on what it would be like comparing to WWE. Alright, so work your way through each of the arenas, earning points rewards as you go. Choose a opponent by flipping over a card, then select your player for the match. So far, almost exactly the same. Earn points for every win, but a loss will cost you a heart. It is definitely Last Man Standing. So yeah, this is set up exactly like Last Man Standing in WWE. Contest every opponent before losing all your hearts to move on to the next arena. After each win, you'll have to decide whether to bank your points or press your luck. Everything so far is exactly like Last Man Standing. Press your luck to build your streak bonus, which includes the points earned for a win, but if you lose a match, you'll also lose the streak bonus and any other unbanked points. Bank your points to add them to the current total, which contributes to the leaderboard status and your milestone progress. Your streak bonus will also be reset. Want a safer way to earn points? Pick up a multiplier ×2 to double the points from each win. This effect will persist until you complete the current arena or you lose all of your hearts. If you're feeling extra protective of your hearts, activate a block. The next time you're about to lose a heart, a block will be destroyed instead. Your unbanked points and streak bonuses will still be safe. Opponents aren't the only danger in the arena. Getting a foul is the same as losing a match. Use a reveal to uncover 3 fouls in your arena. Rewards. There are 3 types of rewards you can earn through the event: Milestone, Arena, and Leaderboard. Milestone rewards can be claimed each time you collect them through the points you fill the meter. As long as you keep earning points, you'll keep earning rewards. Now, I can already tell you it's going to seem, the first time you play this, if you have not played Last Man Standing in WWE, it's going to seem like you have a lot of rewards. And the rewards are going to be fantastic, but they always suck. That's at least just the experience in WWE. I don't know if it's going to be the same, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be the same. The packs always suck in these types of events, even though you're going to get a lot of them. Arena rewards are earned every time you clear an arena. You'll also receive some extra points to celebrate your victory. Leaderboard rewards are given out at the end of the event based on the final standings. If you rank high enough, you'll receive a special event card. These unique event cards, and this is one of the things that I like about WWE, is that the event cards in Last Man Standing is different than the regular event cards. So it'll have a different card design, different background, different animations, different everything, which is really cool. So I really do like that. These unique cards do not have a pro version. That is also another thing. This is a single event, one single weekend. So it's going to have stats that are going to be better or higher, just depending on how high you finish. Like, for example, in WWE, if you finish first overall on the leaderboard, that is going to be the most powerful card you can get in the game. A number 1 is going to be higher than any other event card that is in the game. If you finish, it didn't say exactly how high you had to finish, but in WWE it is 10,000 if you finish in the top 10,000. But if you got ranked 10,000, that event card is actually not even close to as good as regular event cards in the game. So 10,000, not as good as a regular event card, but if you finish number 1, it is way better than any other regular event card. The strength of the card, it said it right below. The strength of the card is determined by the leaderboard position. The higher the rank, the higher the total stats. Good luck. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about, and the first thing that makes this event difficult, is the deck. Now, again, if you have not played WWE and you're only used to NBA SuperCard or My NBA in the past, one thing about these solo leaderboard events is that the deck is not editable. You cannot edit your deck. You cannot switch out the cards, and it is based on your deck's balance. And so, at least for me, being that I have no Onyx Pros, my deck balance is actually looking pretty tasty. I'm not going to lie, right now it is looking pretty good. The arrows and the tagging aren't necessarily the best, but I don't have any Onyx Pros, and all of them are about the same. And so as you start from Arena 1, the cards that you face in Arena 1 are really, really low, really, really easy, really, basically you can beat them with the cards that are in your deck without a problem. But I cannot edit any of these cards in my deck. I cannot make it to where the arrows tag. I cannot take out one single Onyx Pro to put in an Ami Pro to balance the deck. It auto fills your deck based on your best 8 NBA, your best 4 WNBA, and that is the deck you have to use. It is going to be the same with support cards. You cannot swap these out. So if you have 2 support cards that are the same in here, you cannot swap them out. You're either going to have to delete it just to bring in another card, which is also possible. Like if I didn't want this Joel Embiid and I knew my number 9 card might be a little better, maybe it's a, let's see, I have an up, a down. Let's say I knew that my 9th card was a down arrow and I wanted the down arrow in my road trip deck, then I could, if it was my 9th card, then I could just delete the Joel Embiid and the 9th card will slide in there, which is a down arrow. So that is an option. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it is an option for you to do. Now let's, I guess, give a quick breakdown on how this is going to look when you start up the game. So you saw the deck that we have. You don't have a choice. It's going to be your top 8 cards, your top 4 WNBA. You're going to jump into Road Trip, your very first arena. Now let's just say there are 20 cards on the board. And so, or 25 cards, 25 spaces. I can't remember how many it is. I think it's 25 spaces, right? That seems right. 25 or 20. I can't remember. Either way, it's just like a regular draft board somewhat, and there's going to be a bunch of spaces. Except on Arena 1, there's only going to be like 4 cards that are there that you're going to have to battle. So in the very beginning, at the very start, it's only going to be a couple cards. And there probably won't be any obstacles, which we call them. In this case, they're going to be called fouls. There won't be any fouls on the board, so you're just going to pick one of the random cards. One of their really low cards is going to pop up, and then you're going to pick up one of your cards. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to kind of go through like series of sets of cards. So we have, 12 and 4, so that's 16 total cards. You're going to go through like rounds. It's going to give you like 5 cards to start or 6 cards to start. I think 5 cards. Probably 6 cards. Because it's going to be 4 NBA and 2 WNBA. and it's going to give you those cards to start, and then you're going to be able to pick from those. And then once you use up all of those cards, then another round will come out, and you're going to get more cards to pick from. So once you get through the first arena, like I said, the stats are going to be really low of the cards that you face. It's going to be really, really low. Then when you go to the next arena, Arena 2, and Arena 3, and Arena 4, the cards on the board are going to increase. So you're only going to have probably 3 or 4 to start with, and then as you increase the arena, it's going to go to 5, to 6, to 7, up to a point where your entire board is filled with cards you have to battle. And as you go up, the obstacles are also going to increase. You're going to start with just one single foul, and then you'll have 2 fouls, and then 3 fouls, and then 4 fouls, and then 5 fouls on the board. And so as you increase arenas, it's going to get more and more difficult. The stats of the cards that you face are going to get increasingly difficult based on your overall team deck. So that's why balance is very important. If you have like 1 or 2 Onyx Pros that are souped up, 1 or 2 event card Onyx Pros that are souped up, and that increases your deck tier, and the other cards are like AMI Pros, it's gonna make it a lot more difficult later on in higher arenas. So just keep that in mind. There is definitely strategies in which I personally implement when I do play this game on WWE. Like I said, I like LMS, so this is definitely a game mode for me. One of the things that is bad about this that I do not like is this is not going to be a event in the rotation, where we have 1 week this, or 1 week ring domination or court domination, the next week the gauntlet, and then the next week road trip, and then we cycle those 3 over and over and over. That is not how it's going to be. LMS and these leaderboard events do not come up very often. We might get 3 entire rounds or 4 entire rounds of the same cycle of ring domination, court domination, and the gauntlet before we get another road trip. So usually in WWE, we only get this once a tier, and that is it. We get LMS one single time every single tier, and then it's the same other events in the rotation all the time. So it's nice that it's a new event, but it sucks that it's not going to be an event in the rotation. If they do add it, that would be nice, but that is how it works in WWE. Also, another thing to keep in mind, this event is also very heavily pay to win to have the top cards. Now, I personally don't spend money in LMS in that event in WWE, but I don't get the top cards in WWE. I have never finished in the top, I want to say 2,000 in LMS ever in this event over in WWE. Top players, the people that get the top cards, can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This is a very, very heavy pay to win type of event to have the best cards, and it's almost the exact definition in the sense that the more money you pay, the better card you're gonna get, and the person that has the #1 card will have the best card in the game, hands down. And so yeah, it's definitely a pay to win event, but it's not necessarily pay to win in the sense that you have to pay money to get the event card. You're just going to have to pay money to get a really good event card. Now, the only other thing I noticed with the actual update is over in TBG, the screen in which you scroll has so much extra area down below it. Now, this does not apply to every single phone, but my particular phone, it would cut off like right there. That would be the lowest that I could see on the My Team screen on the TBG. Now, when I use my other phone, which was an iPhone 7 Plus, this is an iPhone 11. But when I use my iPhone 7 Plus, I would be able to see this. It would be able to scroll down this far on the other phone. But on this phone, I don't know what it was. It just would not scroll down. So that is the only thing I actually noticed in all of the other parts of the event, is that, yeah, that's all that if it had. If you noticed anything else, please let me know in the comments. The last thing that we are going to do is we are going to pick up my very first top 5 ever in a Champions game mode in the Onyx tier. I actually finished number 3 overall. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. Yeah, we got to get 2 top 7 places for the quest. So here we go. Very first guaranteed Onyx in Champions. We got 20 picks. We get a extra AMI, it looks like, and a AMI support card. Okay. I'm not even gonna attempt that. Michaela. WNBA. I don't think I actually have this one, but even though it looks familiar, but I don't know. Maybe I've seen this card before, but it is a WNBA. And for those of you that are thinking about taking an Onyx and proing it, and if that is your first Onyx Pro, honestly, being that road trip is coming soon, I would not do that. I honestly would not do that, because if you pro up an Onyx card and that is your highest card in your only Onyx Pro, it is going to mess up your road trip deck. It is going to mess up the deck balance, because deck balance is super important when it comes to these solo-based team events. Ideally, what you would want is every single card the exact same. So every single card of mine would be just a regular AMI Pro, and that is it. Or regular Onyx Pros, and that is it. Ideally, that is what you would want. Obviously with the arrows and all that stuff too, but yeah. Hey, we got a extra star for the Harrison Barnes. I think that might be a pro too. And I was right, I did not have that one, so that is going to be another single. I only have 2 WNBAs. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for the video. We do not know yet. I don't know. Wait, maybe is it on the calendar? It is not on the calendar. It hasn't refreshed yet. But when it does come, we will definitely do a video, and we will definitely, it's obviously not going to be this week. Oh, I totally forgot that we have the gauntlet here. 2021, look at that. We have 2 special cards in here. No starter card though. We have another Sapphire that's a special card. We have a Tim Duncan, which I already got pro'd up. We got Brittany Griner, which is already pro'd up. A Clint Capella, and then there is the Dennis Rodman. Okay, I totally forgot about that. But either way, guys, it sounds like it's going to be the following week in which it'll do it, the week after this week, which I'll still be out of town, but I think I'll be coming back that weekend, and so I'm definitely going to have to do a video on it, maybe even come back a day earlier too, just so I could do a video if it is going to be the following week, which I think it will be. But either way, that's going to do it for the video. It's probably very long-winded, and hopefully it kind of broke down what you can expect in the game. Definitely a lot of things that you're probably not used to. Not being able to edit the deck balancing being the absolute utmost important. Very pay-to-win game mode, but I personally like it. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it when you do have the proper deck. When you don't, it's going to get really frustrating. Really, really frustrating for you, because you can't win unless you have the best deck or if you pay money. Either way, guys, I will see y'all next time. Let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, I'll check y'all later. Let me know if there's anything else in the update that you noticed that I didn't and we didn't talk about, but I will see y'all again soon. Y'all take it easy. I am out. Peace.